Yo guys, what we saying? It's your boy Moeezy13 back again with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. But this is pretty much the preview to the Athletic Club or Athletic Bilbao versus Arsenal Champions League game on Tuesday, so tomorrow. The first game of the league phase season for Arsenal in the Champions League for the 25-26 season. And this is just a quick preview. So let's talk. Let's talk about pretty much both teams and what they've done so far this season. So Athletic Bilbao, actually, funny enough, I was just taking a look. They have the same identical record as Arsenal. They've played 4 games, they've had 3 wins, and they've had 1 loss in the La Liga this season. They currently sit 3rd in the league, while Arsenal currently sit 2nd in the league. Same points and everything. So you could say a pretty strong start to the season for both of us. I believe Athletic Bilbao will be missing their star player, Nico Williams, in this game. He's been confirmed to be injured, I think, by Inaki Williams, his older brother. So they're going to be lacking in that sense. But they do have the home advantage in the early Champions League kickoff tomorrow. So nothing much to take from their side. But let's talk about Arsenal because, Arsenal fan, you already know. But yeah, Arsenal had a lovely win on the weekend, beating Nottingham Forest 3-0. It was the first game as Ange Postecoglou came in, and a lot of people weren't sure what to expect from Nottingham Forest's perspective, whether they were going to sit back or defend or, high line for life. Postecoglou's whole MO, are they going to be super attacking? But they were a bit of both, and Arsenal made light work of them at the Emirates. So Arsenal won that game 3-0. A lot of good performances all around. The likes of Nani Madueke is really coming into his own now. I thought he had an outstanding performance, being his fullback with ease all the time. Yeah, I felt bad for that fullback, man. And you could tell, after they had to bring Nico Williams from the right side to the left side to try and mark Madueke, who he did better, but Madueke still pretty much did what he had to do, or he was definitely still performing against Nico Williams as well. So Madueke had a very good game. I did like what I saw from Eze as well. You can clearly see he's a huge upgrade on Martinelli in that left wing. So I'm definitely liking that. Victor Gyökeres as well, getting another goal. That's now 3 goals in 4 Premier League games. Mosquera, quality as well. That's his now 2nd Premier League game after that Liverpool game. And he was quality in that game. He was quality in the game against Nottingham Forest. So a lot of good performances all around. I can't forget the Zubimendi brace as well. He's really come into his own. Rice was arrested as well for that Nottingham Forest game, which makes me think that was with the view of the Athletic Bilbao game coming up. And with a lot of games he's been playing for England, they just maybe wanted to rest his legs and get him ready for a huge week, which starts with Athletic Bilbao and then the Manchester City game on the weekend. So I imagine he's going to come in for this game. What would be my predicted lineup for this game? If I had to predict or give my predicted lineup, what do we make? Well, we have to look at what our injury situation is. We know Havertz is still out for at least maybe a few months. There's no specific timeline, but we can say a few months for Havertz. Saka is still touch and go. Reports are saying he's not in training yet. So we'll have to see if he's going to be available for that City game on the weekend. But for the Athletic Bilbao game, I don't think he's going to be available for that game. And Madueke has been performing, so he keeps his place. Saliba apparently trained as well, so that's interesting. Whether we're going to be put him in the lineup or not is going to be one to watch out for, but I personally wouldn't. I would keep him for that Man City game. You see Haaland now on fire, so you have to keep a little in reserve there. But my starting lineup for this game, or we could also combine it with what Arteta is going to go with, I think it's going to be David Raya in goal, obviously. Right back is going to be Timber. Apparently White hasn't trained as well as of reports of today. So Timber right back. It's going to be Mosquera and Gabriel at center back for me. Even though Saliba is back in training, I would not be bringing him back quickly for this game with the view in mind of the Man City game on the weekend. I would keep him in reserve for that game. So Gabriel Mosquera at center back and left back. This is an interesting one at left back. Do you play Calafiori, who's been getting a lot of minutes? I know an international break for Italy, he played 1 game, he didn't play the 2, so that's good. But he's played all 4 games for Arsenal so far this season. But he's been in really good form. Do you switch that up? I personally would maybe bring in Miles Lewis-Skelly for this game, or you could bring in Piero Hincapié for his debut game. Just one of them to kind of give Calafiori a rest, because that Man City game on the weekend, I would want him to start that game as well. So I'll put Lewis Skelly at left back. Now in midfield, I would go strong. I would have Rice, Zubimendi in the double pivot as they have done this season. You can see Zubimendi and Rice are building that relationship and they're really getting to know how each other plays. So I would have Rice and Zubimendi there. And center attack in midfield, I would have Ethan Nwaneri. You know, Odegaard got injured in that game again against Nottingham Forest, unfortunately, and it's a long season, man. I'm not rushing him back to play. I think that shoulder really needs to heal again. It seemed like it was fine because he played it for Norway, but unfortunately he landed on that shoulder again. So I wouldn't play him. I put Ethan Nwaneri in the attacking midfield role on the left. I would go as well with Eberici Eze. He had a really good game for me against Nottingham Forest. You can see him coming to his own, and he's just warming up. Like, he didn't do anything like super crazy, but just a few flicks and tricks he was showing off. You can see he's a real flair player, and he bit his man a few times for fun. And that cross he put for Gyökeres, that is what we've been lacking. Someone with that end product on that left wing. So I keep Eze on the left wing. I would have Victor Gyökeres up top. As per usual, 3 goals in 4 games. I've said already, he's really coming to form, so no need to change that. And I'll put Noni Madueke on the right wing as well. So that will be my starting lineup for the game. This is a very important game. It's important for us to kickstart our Champions League campaign off to a win and, you know, just start taking off those matches off the board. And it's a very important for Arsenal to qualify in that top 8. We do not want to go into that league phase knockout rounds where it's position 9 to 24 because now your destiny is not in your hands. And they switched the Champions League rules this season, which means the higher you finish, the more priority you get in the knockouts. So, for example, if we finish in the top 8, say we finish anywhere between 1st to 3rd, and we're playing teams from 4th and below, if we're to play them in the round of 16, we would have the second leg away from the second leg at home. So we would have the advantage of playing at home in the second leg. So it's very important for us to finish as high as possible to give ourselves the best chance of progressing further in the competition. So we have to take it very seriously and very important. I do think with a few rotations here and there, though, we'll be strong enough. Our squad is very strong this season. We made a lot of additions to the squad. So that'll be my predicted lineup. That's my thoughts on the game. If I had to give a score prediction, I'd probably I'd go for 2-1 Arsenal win. It's still going to be in Bilbao's home, you know, so they have that home advantage. And they're still a very solid team, like I mentioned to you. They've had a very strong start to the season, similar start to the season as Arsenal, 3 wins and 1 loss. So I would go for an Arsenal 2-1 win. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think as well. How do you think the game is going to go for Arsenal? What do you guys recommend, or what do you guys think about the starting lineup? Would you make any changes? Just let me know everything you think in the comments. But it's been your boy Woozy13. Hopefully we get that dub. Come on, you Gunners. Vamos.